Get a drink?
Joking. I have to pick up my son soon. It's okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, so, any we'll just scratch that part.
Right.
Hey, guys, welcome to ZAZ, Zero Agenda Zone. I have a guest here, Kelly. No script, no agenda, just a good 30 minutes of, conversation. We're gonna have some fun with this. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? Hey, I appreciate you joining me. I always start off with everyone with our connect. We have some mutual friends on the West Coast, friends of friends. I was like lurking you, or whatever you want to call it these days. I was like, who the hell is this Kelly here? I said, yeah, yeah, I
Researching,
remember.
I mean, I guess you could
Yeah,
say.
researching. I jumped into a website. And I think she do shock treatment or something for people.
I
At least
zapped.
that's my impression. I have. So just explain, what is it that you actually do? I mean, and throw a plug at it too as well.
Yeah, I'm always gonna throw a plug at it. Um, I started my business 6.5 years ago. I fucking love what I do. I help people 10x their lives is really what it comes down to. So
Nice.
most people are stuck in some version of bad relationships or not enough money or they hate their job or they want to start a business and help them get really clear really fast on what it is that they want out of one or all of those things. And
For example, I say I want to start this business doing X, Y, and Z, and I just don't know where to begin, or my mind is clouded with all the rest of the noise in the rest of the world.
Mhm.
Do you help them focus? Do you help them get on track? Do you put them in connection with other people that you have networked with and say, hey, by the way, talk to Tony. He's a fabulous podcaster, and maybe you could share your story with him, and that will help clear your mind. That kind of stuff.
All of that, yes, all of
All
it.
right.
So I have been in the heart-centered educational world for 20 plus years. So I have a lot of
Okay.
tools, I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve. I have a lot of ways that I can help people move into their like alignment and authentic like way of being. So I've got that. And then I also add in, as you saw on my website, Neurooptimal, which is this amazing, fantastic neurofeedback system that is the only one in the industry. I'm going to say this a million times while we talk. It's the only one in the industry that does not push or manipulate the brain. So we do all of that. We either work privately together or you are attending my retreats and you're getting versions of all of that. And it's not usually as simple as I'm just really confused and I don't know what to do and I want to start a business. It's someone, usually men are not trusting themselves. Women are all more emotional about it and less authentic about it. So it depends on if I'm working with a man or a woman. And we just really start peeling back the onion of like, what are the stuck pieces? Where are how do you speak to yourself? What are your limiting beliefs? If there's people to connect someone with, I love connecting people. But usually we have to like peel back the onion to get to the reality of what it is that they're wanting.
Right. So when you say retreat, is it like group sessions and stuff? Do you have like, okay, you say, okay, today we're going to be at the Marriott. How does it work when you say retreat? Is it one-on-one sessions? Is it group sessions?
The most we will ever have in a retreat are 7 people, maybe 8, and they've been in Topanga, California, which is Southern California. It's, like, outside of Los Angeles, for those of you that don't know that. Now our next one in July is in Joshua Tree, and it's a 3-day, everybody stays, a chef comes in and cooks for you, and we look at your human design and your limiting beliefs, and we really kind of dive in this really fun, graceful, easy, relaxing way to get you to understand yourself better so that you're letting go of your maladaptive behaviors and you're actually out in the world being who you really truly are. Beautiful, like, multi-million dollar residents. That's where they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, kind of brings me to a question. I love learning different things. I feel like I'm a critical listener. That being said, when you
Mhm.
absorbing all of this energy from people, I'm telling you about damn dog ate the homework. Becky's telling you about the boyfriend that really wasn't the boyfriend. She wanted to do this and that and the third. It seemed like that's pretty draining. Honestly, I hate hearing my family members. I feel like I'm a young and restless with my family members. And by the way, only black people, only black people listen to the young and restless.
I
So
love the Young and the
I'm,
Restless.
I'm for sure you was probably a General Hospital kind of person.
I'm
Or
definitely a General Hospital girl,
I
100%.
know, I know you are. I
Yeah,
know
and
you
I
are.
love Young and the Restless.
Doesn't it drain you, like in your personal life? Are you married?
I am a
You
widow,
know, I'm sorry to hear that.
so I'm
I
not
mean,
married right now. I want to be
okay.
remarried, and I will
You
be,
want to be
but
remarried?
I 100%.
I'm nosy, so just stop me because like I'm
Ask,
just
it's
how
okay.
long your husband passed?
It'll be 5 years in May. It's been a while, and it feels like it was yesterday, and it feels like it was 100 years ago. Like,
Okay.
it's a process. So I work
Yeah.
a lot with widows as well, which has been
Which is very relatable. I think any kind of therapy, I've done therapy a few times, so I'm just throwing it out there, guys, just to be a better version of myself. And also, I had some little trials and tribulations throughout, my life, and I just want to identify them. Why do I feel this way, or why do I continue to do or behave a certain way? And I want to kind of change the behavior, not so much change myself, but at least identify it. So, hey, any guys that think you shouldn't get therapy, or any person don't think you should get therapy, is what it is. It's therapeutic. You take it for what it's worth. It's not a cure all, but it's always good to talk to someone, especially when you're dealing with things that you don't quite understand, or if you do understand them, help you make clarity of it. So that is my soapbox, at least for this session.
I like it.
Um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
concur.
yeah. So speaking of that, I think you kind of somewhat answered it, but want to be married. Does that affect your relationship? Do you kind of come into this when you hear all these different stories and all these different folks, and then you kind of like, he kind of sound like my client Jeff or whoever,
Wish
that
you
kind of
my
stuff.
clients.
Yeah, it kind of set you back, or you take it for face value for what it is.
So, to answer your original question, do I get drained when I see all these clients or I'm in retreat? Actually, it's the exact opposite. I get energized simply because I'm not attached to all of their outcomes. I'm not attached to what they do. We are working together intimately. I am unpacking, whatever their blocks are. I am giving my perspective on things. And at the end of the day, it is their responsibility to move forward with what I said or to use their intuition and do something different. And so I don't take anything personally. And I don't allow people to stay in their story and just kind of complain. So I don't work with
Right.
people on that level. So nobody's coming in and going, "Oh my god, can you believe so and so?" I don't have time for it. That's not what I do. So I actually don't get drained. No, I love it. And my clients have faster returns on things because they're moving through things quicker because we're not staying in like the complaining story, if that makes sense.
Nice. Do you have repeated customers or clients? I should say clients. I want to call them patients.
We can call them patients. They're clients. Yes, totally. I have people that I work with who attend events or attend, the retreats and vice versa, and, yeah, I've worked with people on and off for years, but I always tell them it's like, it's their responsibility to do the work, so
Okay. Love what you do, which is beautiful within itself. You're an entrepreneur. You beat to your own drum. If you want to do a whole lot of it, you do a whole lot of it. If you want to do very little, you do very little, which is cool.
well, my
Um,
bank account determines that, so
yeah,
to
well, yeah,
it's
yeah, that's true too. You like, I gotta hit this grind. I gotta
right,
gotta have me
right,
some walking around money.
exactly. We all need that, right?
Yeah, I think so. I may use the corner, sling a little bit of this and that.
Whatever it takes these days.
Hey
Inflation.
man, tax season. I'm like, I gotta sell
Right,
something.
right.
It's they're eating me up here. Um, well, let me just start with this. When you're not sitting there giving shock treatment to folks, um, what did it like? What's your hobby? Well, I had one lady on there. She like zip lining from mountain to mountain or something. What does it make you tick?
Wow. Um, I hike almost every day. I live at the bottom of a mountain. I love going to the beach as much as possible. I mean, I'm in Southern California, I'm in Los Angeles. So like we have access to all of that nature. And I'm really kind of simple. I like hanging out with the people that I love. Like that's just I like having adventures and I love traveling. I just got back from Dallas a couple weeks ago for my birthday. And Dallas was great, except it was like 10 degrees.
Happy 27th birthday.
Thank you. I will receive that. Yes. Yeah.
All right. You have any pets?
I, I did have a pet, but he died when my husband died.
Damn, boy. I'm like, I'm batting 1,000 here, man. I gotta stop asking damn questions in this
It,
session.
yeah. I have an amazing son. I have a 9-year-old son. He's awesome.
Nice,
But
nice. You only have one child?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. You think you'll have another one once you tie the knot again? It's a big
God.
gap.
I just turned 51. I am not having more
Oh
babies.
wow.
I'm
Okay. I
I'm
mean,
complete.
hey, everything's possible.
I have one
Okay,
amazing
there you
kid and hopefully whoever I marry has older kids, and we can just we can just be cool, like, riding off in the sunset doing that, so
I'm gonna speak this into existence. I just keep talking about, like, the husband's about to come, and it's like, bam, and then, I get a referral fee, a finder's fee, like, "Yeah, I told you. I
I'll
found that
invite
joker."
yeah, I'll invite you.
After this session with my many followers, don't get, like, DM, they're like, "Oh, I'm about to marry Kelly," and I'm like, "Look, let me screen you, how much your ass is worth." There's what is it called back in the days when they had to, like, pay for the marriage thing? I forget.
The arranged marriage?
Yeah, when you had to pay like a dowry or something, like 4 pigs, some money, type thing.
I'm not opposed to
It was
doing that with my son at this point because there's, like, too many, like there's too many crazies out there. It's like, I want him to have a good woman. His goal is to actually have a hot wife, be rich, and a bunch
yeah,
of
there you
kids.
go.
So, I can get behind that. She just can't be, like, basic and a mess. But other
They ride the bus, I don't know. Gotta keep rolling. I do my Once Upon a Times. That's not censure now. I know you have a crazy story. Obviously, you gotta protect the innocent here.
I mean,
But,
what kind of stories are we looking for?
that's
I
the
just feel
point,
like
that's the thing is that we just had a date. I had a session with her dating life before, and it was pretty wild. She didn't know she was dating, she was dating. That's Miss Black. You definitely have to hit a full session of that because this poor guy, I've really felt sorry for him because if he was listening in, he'd be like, damn, I had a different opinion about this relationship that we was in.
oh my
So
goodness.
that being said, it could be dating. It could be anything. When you was hiking, I see all these things, the mountain lion or some shit jump out at you or anything, or a bear, a snake.
Yeah,
That
there's a
ain't too
lot
bad.
of rattlesnakes, but rattlesnakes can be bad if you get too close to them. I my dog was very large. My dog was like an 80-pound boxer Rhodesian, and I
Okay.
was with our friend who also had a Rottweiler, and we came across, a snake, and I'm literally screaming like bloody murder, trying to throw like little pebbles towards the snake so it goes off, and the two big dogs are like, "Oh, this looks fun. Let's hang out here." I've had a bear chase me. I have had that happened in Lake Arrowhead, and that was more terrifying than the snake because it was pitch black, and I had a group of teenagers up there. I was doing retreats for teenagers, and I thought it was, one of the kids behind me, and I turn around and it's a bear, and yeah, it was I mean, I'm clearly alive, so I made it out, but that was actually pretty fucking
I
terrifying.
swear I see these hiking things. I'm like, man, it's like cougars and mountain lions and bears be jumping out at people. I'm like, I don't know if I want to go hiking. I mean, I I should love hiking, but I don't know. I just don't know about I'm dealing with nature like this.
Yeah, that's a whole
Um,
I had a mountain lion approach me. That one I'm good. I've seen a lot of coyotes. They're usually harmless. I mean, when I had a big dog, like, he was a protector, and now I don't have that. So, guess I need another big
yeah,
dog.
I I love dogs. I have a few mastiffs in the past. But
Okay.
speaking of coyotes, I was in LA many, many moons ago. Probably about I don't know 20 plus some years ago. And we had this client, it was in Bel Air. I remember I'm gonna date myself, but, Vanna White, Wheel of Fortune.
White.
She used to live up, like, the road. She used to drive so crazy too, like, just speeding down the highway, just nuts. But anyway, the client, they hired it was from, the Middle East, and they hired a lot of security, and they had, off-duty, LAPD guys too doing traffic control just to get in and out of their driveway. And, I'm young and I was assigned to one of the clients, but I used to kill my pastime and hang out with the LAPD guys because I had a lot of downtime. Once they finish doing what they're doing, we might be waiting for them to go out to dinner and just kind of hang out with them. And one day, one night, I seen like a coyote, right? Just kind of strolling down Bel Air, like down the neighborhood, just trotting along. Hey, cool, look at that coyote, a little straggler looking dog like thing. Then I seen another one, two of them. Then like two more shows up, and the other two show up have like dogs in their mouth, little small dogs.
Oh no. Oh no.
They kill like some pets, like
Oh no.
some chihuahuas or something. There's
Yeah,
like two
like
of
the little
them.
tiny ones. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was just it's four of them. Like two was leading the pack, and the other two had the two dogs in their mouth. Like, god damn.
Oh
I
my
killed someone, and it was just strolling through, just trotting down the highway. I said, "Oh, that might be Vanna White's dogs." She just slow ass down next time.
Well, now I'm gonna look for Vanna White. I live at the edge of Brentwood and Bel Air. I'm gonna look for Vanna White now.
Yeah, I used to go to Brentwood Park quite a bit. LA used to be home away from home for me. I had an apartment in Studio City some years ago.
It's a great area
Yeah,
too.
and, yeah, I remember when, the W opened up in Westwood.
I remember
I
that, yeah.
remember all that, yeah. By, UCLA?
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be my hangout. That's my go-to
It was
back
a
then.
nice spot. I went there a few times too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Remember
used
what
to be spent a lot of time in LA.
I'm sure
Um,
you have more
y
interesting stories than I do. So I hope you share these stories on
No, I
this.
can't share my stories, my stories may not be safe, you
Right.
know? Just
That's what I'm
gotta
thinking.
protect the innocent here, I can't be blurring out too much. They be like, "Damn,
Change the
Tony."
names to protect the innocent.
Yeah, we be protecting my ass. That's probably the best bet.
Have you told your wife all of your stories?
No, I think she's gonna hear them. They're gonna unfold on this podcast. I think the more and more, I dive into it, the more and more I start talking to people, little bits and pieces come out. So she's like, "Oh, okay, all right." But then again, she might be bored of this. She's like, "I don't really listen to this shit. I listen to you talk all day anyway, so hearing me on video probably is not gonna take place. I'm probably safe here."
Right.
And that was the first time in band camp. No.
Totally.
So so anyway, all right, so you did give me a once upon a time somewhat, but hey, listen, I always say I'm gonna circle back around in our conversation. And I look through when I go through the video, I have me a little pad and I'm like, "Oh, Kelley," And then I start, reviewing stuff and I just jot down things. You tell me about this, tell me about that. How do I go about doing a session? I just book it on your website. Is that what it is?
You can you're remote, so you would need to call me to kind of sort everything out. When people live in LA, they can come see me in person and it's easy
Okay.
and it's fine. But if you're remote, then you're renting the system and then we're working kind of like this, not in a podcast style, but on Zoom and doing our like talking sessions that way. But then you're renting the neurofeedback system and you're doing that on your own. So it's just 2
Uh,
different ways. But yes, I work with people all around the country, and that's
s-
easy, and,
s-
yeah.
So, quick question. You said a system. Like I said, I did look at the website. So I see do people like laying like these? I guess describe to me their environment. I lay here. I'm doing what? I mean, just want me? I go into this relaxing room? Do you
You
talk to me?
I'm gonna talk to you first, and we're gonna go through, like, our whole process, and we're gonna, like I said, talk about the limiting beliefs and your action steps for what it is that you're trying to create. So that will happen just us. And then when you're on the neurofeedback system, when you're on NeuroOptimal, you've got a couple of sensors on your head and ears, and it's attached to a laptop. I have one right here because I'm prepping it to send it to Mexico tomorrow with the client. So it's a Surface tablet and it's got a program
Okay.
in it that was created 25 years ago. And you've got a couple of sensors on your head and ears, and you're listening to music for 30 minutes. And most people sleep. You and I could continue talking. You could read a book. You could, daydream, but most people will fall asleep doing it. And it's very relaxing. And during the session, you hear skips in the music. The skips are the feedback, and your brain basically is seeing the equivalent of a mirror and saying, "What do I want to do with this? Do I want to create a new neural pathway? Do I want to organize myself? What do I want to do?" And so your brain's doing that for the entire 30 minutes. And so when you do multiple sessions like that and build that up and it becomes cumulative, your brain is more organized, you're sleeping better, you're clear-headed, you're relaxed. It's just a very different you're probably living a very different experience because you're not as either amped up or anxious or, you're dealing with things a lot easier.
Only in LA, guys. Only in LA. This is LA vibe.
Yeah, we're
Definitely. So
LA here.
LA stuff, and it sounds kind of scary. It sounds like you're hypnotizing people. Do you have them like? jumping on the wall and barking and shit and everything else. I feel like you're hypnotizing these folks.
That's at the comedy store down the street. That's for the
Yeah,
hypnotist
okay, all
doing all of that.
right.
Yeah,
When I
I am
snap
not
3
the comedy.
times when I snap 3 times, you're gonna order 5 sessions,
Yeah, exactly.
you know?
You're gonna give me all
Ching ching,
it's fine.
tax season.
You really are focused on that tax season.
I know, man, I just started it, man. I'm about to fire his ass, man. He's not cooperating. I already told him I had bought, like, 8 boats and shit, and he just won't write it off. He's like, "You got receipts for this?" Man, just put down 8 boats. I need to get this down to
We'll
0.
find the receipts, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I find the receipts later. Just put down what I tell you.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. Too much instructions. What is the website, if you don't mind, throwing the website out there, throwing the name out there as well? Maybe I might do a session myself, clear my mind, help
Yeah.
with my podcast. What do you think?
I think it would be amazing. I think you would love it. I think you would do one session, you would be like, "Oh my god, this is amazing. I can't wait to continue." That's what
Cool.
everybody says.
And,
It's
and plus,
easy.
I love LA. I come out LA. I mean, the sessions are typically what, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days? What?
Oh, you can do a session every day for 6 months if you wanted. Like, if
Okay.
I were to send this to you and you, like, rent it, then you would have the system and you could do a session every day. But if you come out here, then, yeah, you're just doing a session whenever we're meeting.
If I was going to go somewhere, I'd just go to LA and do the session. I wouldn't come here and
Come
rent it. It's kind of,
come to the retreat in Joshua Tree and stay
yeah.
with, all of us for 3 days.
Cool. And you just at the same spot all the time, right?
We were doing the same spot in Topanga, but now we've changed it to Joshua Tree to have a bit of a bigger space, and, it's a stunning property. Like, it's one of those in, like, Architectural Digest where you're like, "I just wanna, like, be in the place," and then we get to do all these, like, fun, lovely things that are relaxing and easy, and you get to learn about yourself and come out of it going, "Oh my god, my life has changed, and now I'm like 10x to
Mm.
Grant Cardone this shit."
I'd be more like 15 to 16x. Yeah.
Well,
Just,
great. That will work too. That will work too. The
I mean,
website
I'm
is
already
The
saying.
Kind Brain. So The Kind
Okay.
Brain. Instagram is kind.brain. All the ways that you can contact me are on my website. And you can just call and talk and see what they really need. And then we go from there.
Yeah, you actually have a nickname, but I'm not going to share that for the audience. That'd be
I,
a question that they want to know the next session.
I would,
I know you're curious now. You're like, hold on, wait, I have a nickname.
I know what my nickname is. I'm well
Well,
aware of what my nickname,
hey,
unless
hey
it's,
guys, y'all just listen. If y'all want to know the nickname for Kelley, you have to tune in on the next session. It's like, what is that? Like, that's like the teaser for part 2 of this podcast.
right, right.
Ha, yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Um, hey, we're gonna
I
wrap
like
it up.
the nickname. I think it's good. I think it's fine.
I think it's nice. I think it's a good name.
Yeah.
But listen, we're gonna wrap it up. Kelley, stay online just for a few minutes. Hey guys, thank you for listening. Join in, definitely subscribe. You can follow me on YouTube as well as ZAZ Zero Agenda Zone. Subscribe to the YouTube. Any comments, thumbs up, thumbs down. If you like it, didn't like it, any feedback is good feedback for me. I appreciate you listening. Till next time, we'll chat later. Bye.
Thanks.